All right, so Premier League Matchday 25. We're going to talk about that. A lot of big scoring games, a lot of very games, to be honest. And then we'll talk about match week 26, and we'll give our predictions. And then afterwards, we'll talk about the Champions League and give our predictions for that. They got games coming up, very, very big games. A lot of decent results, decent games that we can talk about. So let's jump into it. First, we're going to start with the Premier League, though. Match day 25, Brentford 1, Liverpool 4.
Yeah, I didn't watch that game. The scoreline's what I thought, and I just didn't watch it.
Hey, yo, you saw Nunez's goal?
No, I didn't. Is that your goal of the week?
That's my goal of the week.
Yeah. And then I'm going to go with it, too, because I didn't watch it.
That literally chip over a goalkeeper who stood tall and, just,
Who's Brentford goalie again?
Ooh.
I think
Is
he
it
has
Trafford?
No, he has
it's not Trafford.
Trafford? That's crazy.
Trafford, no.
Flecken,
that's what it was.
Flecken.
Yeah, but beautiful, beautiful game. Boys took care of business. A lot of
6'5", wow.
A lot, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dude's not. He's not Navas,
Yeah, exactly.
Like he's pretty. Oof.
It's not Berkey. That's crazy.
Like we just took care of business. Obviously, there were some injuries with Jota and Curtis Jones that were not favorable to us at all. But I think that we'll take that, and for the cup that we got coming up, we'll take that for sure. And we have a game against Luton coming up on Wednesday, I think. So, it's not like we have a big game on the back going off of that, but it looks like from the injury I saw, Jota, his knee got landed on. It looked pretty bad.
How long is he out for? We don't know.
No, he has to get an MRI, and I haven't gotten information on the MRI.
What about for the other one, Curtis Jones?
Curtis Jones, his was a little bit less concerning, but it's still like if he misses 2 weeks, we're gonna miss him for every day that he's gone. So that
he already became that much of a first team player or important player that you're gonna miss him if he's gone for 2 weeks.
Bro, we'll miss Endo if he's gone for 2 weeks. We'll miss anybody.
That's crazy.
We missed we missed McAllister. We missed and when Nunez is not there, I miss him too.
No, the reason why I say it's crazy because you're in first place, right? Obviously, you have a 1 point ahead of Man City if they win this game tomorrow.
Yeah, 4 points right now.
4 points, yeah. So if they win the game tomorrow, let's say best case scenarios for Man City, you're 1 point ahead, right? So the reason why I say it's crazy is Endo's really not your starter. He's kind of like, let's say, a reserve, right?
Yeah.
And if you're going to miss him and you're trying to be title contenders, that's kind of wild.
Because we have a lot of games coming up. Not everybody's going to play all the games.
No, I mean, that's valid.
There's only maybe Allison.
That can play Van Dijk if he's fit. Yep.
Konate maybe. Robertson.
Trent
don't play every game. He'll probably get rested. And he got sick and he didn't play against Brentford. So I'm just, again, very solid game from the boys. Nothing I can really say. Maybe that, we let in a cheap goal for the Ivan Toney goal, but
which I'm actually really happy. I like that. I can't believe Ivan Toney. It's been like every game he's at least scoring a goal, so that's good. He might have a quiet game in that game, but if he's scoring, that's a good thing. For him and his career.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, facts.
Good for him.
Other than that, it's just what I expected for one.
Yeah, I don't think, again, I'm just happy that they took care of business and that we didn't get freaking sucker punched in the mouth. So we'll go on to the next game. Burnley 0, Arsenal 5.
Yeah, I didn't watch this game either.
I ain't watching this game. This is not why I told y'all 99% of the time, this is going to be an Arsenal sweep.
And it was, exactly.
That's not why I'm not watching this game to see Arsenal win. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not watching this game to see Arsenal win.
Yeah, well, I'm an Arsenal correspondent and I don't even want to watch them.
Why'd you put it in?
Because for the Premier League, I'm an Arsenal fan, yeah. But overall, I'm not an Arsenal fan.
Oh, can we go ahead, continue? Give us the 4-1-1.
All right, fine. The only team I really support is Benfica Real. That's it. If I had to support a team in the Premier, it would be Arsenal, but they're not my team. But I do support them in terms of I do want them to go far. Wow. But this is another game that I definitely didn't want to watch because, yeah, it's Burnley. They're sitting in the last three. Arsenal is in the top three. And the gap is like humongous between the two teams. And on top of that, Vincent Company was not even in their bench, so he was sitting in the stands. So
Anything that you can take from this game being that they put
No.
5 behind them?
I can't put nothing in the game that I didn't watch. I already knew the results.
That is you know what? Respect. That's fun. That's analysis right there.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're going to the next game. Newcastle 2, Bournemouth 2. I didn't watch this game.
I did, actually.
Really?
Yeah, this game was actually, I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed in
And why is that?
Newcastle.
And why is that?
Because there's no way that you allow Bournemouth to play like how they did against you guys.
Bournemouth are solid, bro.
You're Newcastle, damn it. You just came back from European football. Obviously, you was in the group of death. You played really good in the group of death. Just to come back and do this, the only thing I feel bad is the injuries, man. It's really been taking a toll on them. But I'm just highly disappointed in them. They scored last minute to tie. I was just overall disappointed with them, to be honest with you.
I'm telling you, man, Bournemouth are solid, man. They don't sleep. If you sleep on them, they'll take their pound of flesh.
Nah, that's Wolves, not them.
Bournemouth are right there. Bournemouth are a team that can catch you sleeping.
Nah, I don't.
You don't have much cachet in their.
No, I'm sorry, no.
All right, respect. I do believe that Bournemouth are a very solid team. I think they're very, very tough. Because you never know how they're going to line up. Or sorry, not how they're going to line up out there. You never know which Bournemouth you're going to get. So it's always maybe inconsistency is their thing, but they're a very solid team. I would not want to play them. I feel like they're a team that can sneak up on you. You don't think so?
I don't see it.
You don't see it?
I don't see it, man. I'm sorry. I don't see it.
Why is that?
Semenyo on this team actually played really good. I like Justin Kluivert. He actually played really good. Solanke, obviously, is Solanke. Mm-hmm. So I like the attacking part of it. It was just maybe the defense side of it that I'm not a fan of, and I just don't rate highly. I don't think they can hold. You know what I mean? If it's attacking 3 or attacking 4 is golden.
Yeah, they're
chef's kiss.
Personally for me, right? For Bournemouth, the reason why I do rate them, they can get anything. They can sneak up on you is because of their attack. I don't really rate Neto like that. I don't think he's like. Do I think he's a Premier League goalie? He's on the cusp.
He's in Bournemouth, so yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like he could be, he could not be, but he's not up there. If they got a better goalie, they could be way better. But I do see your point about their defense not being very giving you a sense of security.
Yeah, exactly.
But again, they're a team that can hit you on a counterattack, and they can just they can do things that are different, like set plays and stuff like that. So that's why I say that. But on to the next game, we'll go Fulham 1, Aston Villa 2.
Did you watch the game?
Yes, I did watch this game.
Unfortunately, not.
I did watch this game. Just a solid game from Villa. That's it. It ended up 2-1, but the game was further than what the scoreline suggested.
So I did watch it, but I didn't finish it. It was watching this game was just whack, man. I can't lie to you. For me, it was whack.
In what way?
It was just, first off, their defense, it was just Paul Torres, Diego Carlos wasn't there, and I think Camara wasn't there. So defensively, it was kind of, this is not Aston Villa's strongest, I would say. But just watching them two just attack each other, it just was like not entertaining at all in my view of it.
No, I think Pau Torres was there.
No, I'm saying he did play. I'm saying besides him, their backline, it's not what they used to be. Diego Carlos is not there. Camara's not there. So it's just Paul Torres. But
Longlay's there.
He doesn't really get playing time this season. He hasn't. Other than recent weeks, but
he played against freaking.
Other than recent weeks.
All right. Yeah, but again, a game where Villa took care of business, and there wasn't really much.
It was just a whack game to watch, in my opinion.
And they took care of business, and the only reason that Fulham really got into the game, well, even if you want to call it getting into the game, the defender, he fell asleep and let him get to the ball before he did. So it's not even like they worked their way into the game. Very slow game for Fulham. Good job.
I want to say it was a slow game for Villa too. There was no real threat.
Oh yeah, for sure. But this is the type of game that a good team wins. And it's interesting. It's not interesting, but it's just to see them winning these games. I thought this game would be closer, but it was not. They really just took control of the game and then they never let go.
Yeah, I think I could definitely go with if I miss this game. Like I wouldn't care.
A lot of games this week are like that though.
Yeah, it is one of those weeks.
We'll go to the next game, Forest 2, West Ham 0.
Honestly speaking,
this
game
was
did you watch
pretty
it?
good. Yeah,
Yes.
I watched this.
Forest had no business playing as good as they did, man. I don't care what no one says. Like I actually think they played really
West
good.
Ham had no business playing as bad as they did.
Because Nod was playing some good football, man. I don't know if it was because Felipe was there, but your boy was bossing it. They played really good.
Wait, what does it have to do with Felipe?
I don't know, morale, defense, but he was playing real good. He had homeboy unlocked. What was his name? The Jamaican.
Mikel Antonio.
Yeah, had him unlocked.
No. I feel like he just had a bad game though. Like he
just came back from injury too.
Yes, he did just come back from injury, so I give him a little bit of a. But he started the game out in the middle, and then he was getting bodied, going to ground very easily, and then he shifted out to the left for the rest of the game, and he never really went back to the middle. Bowen had a very, very quiet game as well. He didn't really get involved, which I was really disappointed with. I really think that if West Ham are going to get something out of the season, they need Bowen and they need Mikel Antonio to be very, very proactive, especially when they got rid of, I think, Ben Rama they got rid of, who was just like a spark plug off the bench. Like they don't have any, like it's literally that, like Mikel Antonio, Bowen, and then there was a guy on the left. Kudos. I think it was him. Yeah, he was having a little bit of an easier time, but he still, it wasn't a great game.
He still has to trust. Yes, same thing with Calvin Phillips. Got 2 yellows and then getting the red. But
his red card is stupid though, because he it's off of interaction, and then he gets another yellow card off of
I think that's just lack of playing time because he never really played in Man City, so I think that's what it was. That's
what I equated to. Because when he was at Leeds, he would get a lot of playing time, and he looked very, very sharp. So for him to go from that, getting game time every week, to not getting game time, or getting game time like every 4 months, every 3 months, it must be very difficult to stay in like that
sharpness.
Game, that knife that you sharpen by playing. It's different than if you get to practice. Like when you play games and you hone certain skills and you think about different things differently than in training. So
to be honest too, like I said, man, honestly, Nottingham Forest had no business playing this good. I think one of the key things for them is that Gibb Wipes is no longer, well, he still is, don't get me wrong, but I feel like the prior weeks when we always talked about Nottingham Forest, Gibb Wipes. No. I
specifically had said that Alanga being on that team helps with the creative. And Alanga had a sitter. It could have been more than 2-0.
Yeah, no,
it could have been more than 2-0, but
what I was saying is that we always give
Hudson Odoi. I forgot about Hudson Odoi.
We always give more credit to Gibb Whites. Maybe not you, me. I'll just say it. If you don't want to say it, I don't care. Me, right? We always give credit to Gibb Whites and how, he's carrying the team or how he's pushing and driving the team. He's the only one like the engine. But another thing that's like gave them this win, I think, was a lot of other players were very key and instrumental and are showing up and starting to play.
Dominguez was solid.
Dominguez is starting to play. Ilongla is doing his thing. Hudson Odoi is doing his thing. Even Danilo and Nuno Tavares is doing their thing. So there's a lot of names that are coming up and actually performing. So
must be that Nuno Espiritu Santo coursing through their blood.
You just didn't let me finish. That's exactly what I was gonna say, man. I honestly was gonna say I think it's the coach, man, because he's actually, since he's coming, the team is looking different, and the attack is looking actually crisp, almost Wolves-esque. But who knows?
Nah, good goal by Awoni. Good goal by Hudson Odoi. Very solid. Kept his cool. Finished it. And I think for the first goal, West Ham had a lot of the momentum, and then they just get punched in the mouth by Forest. I may be misremembering that, but I'm pretty sure that West Ham had their finger on the button, quote unquote, so to speak.
Yeah.
And then they just got punched in the mouth. But again, very disappointing result from West Ham.
Yeah, facts.
Not like the whole. I think they've won 1 out of 4 games or something. Gotten points out of 4 games since the new year. They've only gotten points 1 time.
Yeah, the last 5 games, only 2 draws, 3 losses.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah, something got to change over there.
Yeah, like we said last week, something's gotta give in that club. What do you think they can do in terms of anything to?
Dare I say manager?
All right, moving on to the next.
I know a lot of people are gonna shoot me because I always say manager, but
it's always we always put the crosshair on the manager first, though.
Yeah, you're right.
Do you just put the crosshair on the manager? Are you saying that?
No, it's we. I'll take we.
All right, what's Man United's problem?
Man United's problem? Oh no. That I plead the fifth.
All right, then. So okay, all right. On to the next game. Tottenham versus Wolves.
That was actually a good game too. I love watching it. I say the difference was the attack. Wolves' attack was just more clinical, and they posed a bigger threat than Tottenham, in my opinion.
Nah, Tottenham they had their moments where they looked really, really good.
They did,
but they just got that first goal that Wolves had scored. They just punched them in the mouth, and they just didn't know how to react to that. And it was so interesting to see that Wolves were not staying in a block. Like they were being very springy. Like the ball goes out, everybody sprint and try to get forward with the ball. And I would just have to say, I think it was Sarabia who got the second goal. Was it Sarabia?
No, it was Gomes.
Gomes
scored both.
Gomes. There was some guy actually who crossed to him. Was that Sarabia?
I think it was Neto because I don't know what goal he's talking about. I believe it was Neto.
It was Sarabia. It was Sarabia. So
then the second one must have been Neto.
He was doing pretty good. I honestly counted this team out without Cunha. I'm not gonna lie. I counted this team out without Cunha.
He was Cunha, not. I don't think you're thinking about that. But yeah, no. Actually, no. Bro.
No. I know you love this team,
bro.
I don't know what it is about it.
It's just like everything. I don't know what it is with them either.
No. I don't know what it is about this team, but you love this team. If you had them without Cunha, respect to your football acumen. I'm not, but I was like, all right, they don't have Cunha, but Sarabia, he ended up doing a lot of the heavy lifting. There was a lot of times where the ball went forward and it was literally just him chasing after the ball and trying to get something to happen, something literally carrying that team.
Like I said, it's battle of the wingers, man, and Neto really outclassed the whole defense. Like he was just too much for them, in my opinion.
Yeah, he had a good game as well.
Other than the 2 goals, man, maybe man of the match, honestly. At least that would be my rating.
I personally think that,
Other than 2 goals, yeah, shout outs to you. But,
oh, no, if you score 2, good on you. But, to me, it looked like he was carrying that team.
Yeah.
And
honestly, keeping him would be vital for Wolves. If they lose him, it's going to be a major blow. That's just how important he is to the club. But Wolves just played amazing, man, honestly. If they can play like this, man, I think they can reach top 6. I know it's too early to say, but
it's not early to say because there's been a large sample size for the season. They've been able to get results against these big teams when they fall asleep or they count them out. But I don't know what to say about Spurs in general about this game. They were very mediocre. Like I don't know what else there is to say. Romero, he looked very quiet. Didn't give much.
Yeah, even the new signing,
Same
Timo
thing
Werner.
with No, I don't think did Werner play?
Yeah, he came out. No, he came off of the bench, but he just looked quiet.
Yes,
he hasn't had an impact, in my opinion.
I mean, yeah, but that just could be because he's trying to. There's there's Richarlison, there's Madison, there's Son, there's Kulusevski. There's a lot of players that want the ball, so maybe he's just trying to fit in wherever he gets to fit in.
Ben Johnson too, yeah.
But I don't know what to say about the Spurs team because it's not a bad result because Wolves will get you if you don't concentrate, but it's not a result that they even looked like they were in to be honest. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I would.
It looked like because when they tied it up, it looked like they were gonna. It was just gonna play as a tie. Like they were just not. That was gonna be it. But they didn't look like they wanted to win that game.
I don't know if you should technically start being worried, or maybe I don't know, because
No, I'm not saying be worried.
Well, the last 5 games they had 2 draws, 2 wins, and 1 loss. That's not really impressive.
Well, who have been their opponents in that time period?
The last 5 they played, obviously. Well, this is going to be including Wolves, of course.
Yeah.
But
so Wolves.
Then after that they faced. We're not counting that FA round. Wolves, Chelsea. They beat Chelsea, of course. They beat West Ham.
Okay.
They
2 drops in the bucket.
Yup.
And then who did they lose Yeah.
No.
Lose and tie to.
That's crazy because, hold on, let me get a look. Right here. Why did it scroll me all the way up? I hate this thing. When in doubt, just refresh, right? All right, so Wolves, Brighton, they won 2-1 against Brighton.
Mm-hmm.
They tied 2-2 with Everton. They won.
Okay.
They won against Brentford.
Okay.
And then 2-2 with Man U.
No, I wouldn't say worry. I wouldn't say worry. That Everton result is definitely not great, but I don't say worry yet, because Wolves I respect Wolves as a team.
They're just a tad bit better than Everton, so
yeah. You think Wolves is a tad bit better than Everton?
Well, when I say tying, I know I was being like,
okay, you're just being respectful.
Yeah, to be honest.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not for Spurs. For Spurs, this result is not great, and it's not great because a lot of players vanished in very important times. So, and for what their start to the season was, this is not. They gotta pick up the pace. I feel like they gotta pick up the pace, or they can lose their position to a Brighton or a Man United.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. I could definitely see that.
If they don't, not that they don't respect the Premier League or whatever, but if they don't respect their opponents a little bit more, they may be, getting the short end of the stick on a bunch of results. So we'll move on to the next game. Man City versus Chelsea, 1-1 draw.
Honestly, that game too was kind of disappointing, man. Honestly, credit to Sterling. He definitely made homeboy look like a joke. Walker. Yeah, he definitely made him look like a joke. But I was just disappointed in this game. 100%.
What disappointed
I'm disappointed in Man City, most likely. Obviously Chelsea, like, first half was dumb. They fought, they did something, but just second half was just. What did I see from Chelsea in second half? Nothing.
I was impressed with Chelsea. Are you impressed
because they performed good, or are you just surprised with what they gave?
I'm impressed with their tactics and the chances they created.
Yeah.
I think that Jackson, him being angry and wanting, demanding more out of the players around him when he presses, I feel like that's a positive thing. I feel like if Jackson they created a bunch of chances. I thought that they could have won this game. There was a chance where Gallagher could have put one away. There's a chance where Ederson had the ball in the corner, and then he gave it up to Jackson. Again, if little things change up, they could have won that game. And they were able to make Man City not make Man City, but they were able to hold Man City off for a majority of the game. Yeah. Granted, Man City had their opportunities where they were taking piss poor shots, and he had great opportunities. And
Julian Alvarez had some good chances too.
Yeah, he had some chances. And Haaland, he had a header that was basically open. And I would say that most people in the stadium, most people watching, would think that it would have been a goal. But it didn't. And I've heard a lot of discourse about Haaland and Man City not being on the same page offensively. All I gotta say is it's one game. Relax, okay? Just the season is long. This man scored 50 goals. Relax, okay? Just relax.
I'm not gonna say anything just too much. I think it is too early, but we'll see. I mustn't speak, because if I speak,
again, going back to the game, Sterling, great game from him. I don't think that he can be disappointed with the way he played. I think that if anything, Enzo could have had a better game. Yep. If Enzo had a better game, maybe Chelsea could have gotten something out of this game. Gusto played really, really good for them. Really, really good for them.
Yeah, he
And-
was actually a surprise for me too. Actually, he always played really good, but who played good was Dizabi. Dizabi, I think.
Disasi is my man of the match for that whole game.
Yeah,
for both
100%.
teams. I just have to say that because he was everywhere. Goal line clearance, great tackle, held Holland. He did it. He did his thing. He looked.
I was very concerned because Thiago Silva obviously was not playing this game. I thought it would be a thrashing, but them two hold it down. So. Like you said, they managed. I know they drew it, but they managed to hold them out all the way until like the 82nd minute. So shout out to them.
Oh no, for sure.
I just think that if anything, if I was either of the two teams, I would be more disappointing if I was Man City.
Yeah, if you're out of those two teams with the result, if you had to look at the result, I think City are kicking themselves in the ass, especially because they had an opportunity to go back to the top of the table with another win in the next game, which I think is against Brentford, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow, and I'll be watching that one too.
Yeah, that one I will be watching too.
I think that City they're kicking themselves in the ass. They did not take advantage. I think De Bruyne had a very quiet first half as well, and I think that Foden had a very quiet game. And you can't have that when you have that as much talent as City. You can't have that many players quiet and not willing to take the initiative and take responsibility for what's happening on the pitch. De Bruyne had a very quiet first half, and it didn't look like he was in the game until it was a little later. It didn't look like he wanted to get involved. Again, shout out to Chelsea. I have to say, shout out to Chelsea because we rake them over the coals when they're not doing good, but they played a really good game. I think if Jackson can learn how to, because they knocked the ball forward and then just everybody run after it, right? If he could learn how to back into a defender,
hold up play,
and not even hold up
be
play,
that target,
and they knock it over and he can turn off of his defender, I feel like Chelsea would be so much better.
Better than what they are.
Yeah. Because if he can master that, because he's pacey as all hell, man. I mean, finishing is not,
it's not, yeah,
it's not there. Yeah. But that can get better. But the pace, you can't teach pace. You can't teach pace. If he can learn how to, and he's big. He's not like if he could like get into the defender and then turn off of him and just on a sprint, because that's basically what they did the whole game. Granted, I do think that Man City, they were very advanced in their positions. They were all very up high in the field. But I do think that would be a positive for the team because Sterling and Nico Jackson, and then you have Gallagher coming forward, and then you have Palmer on the right. That's a whole lot of pace. It's just this team has a lot of talent. It's just getting the pistons to fire at the right time and get the whole engine going. There were some moments there where Enzo took the ball from Nico Jackson and he was heated.
Yeah.
Again, moments like that where he's a striker, give him the ball, let him take the shot. But shout out to Chelsea, Man City. I'm happy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm happy.
100%. Me too. 100%.
I'm happy.
100%. Whatever makes that gap smaller, I'm happy. I'm with it. I'll be straight up.
But I have to give Chelsea their props, man. That's why they impressed me. They made so many opportunities.
One thing though that I would say about Chelsea, like kind of towards the negative, or I want to see a little better, is Christian Nkunku.
Yeah, he's very like I don't know. Like I feel like once he came in, Chelsea didn't get much out of him exactly, out of their attack.
And I know he had that long injury in the beginning. Maybe it's finding that form, finding that fitness, but just the last couple of games, just not really.
Yeah. I mean, but you gotta give him some time, especially after an injury that he's been out for so long. Like we were talking about Calvin Phillips, that knife that you sharpen by being in the game.
Yeah, the same thing applies to him. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so but I gotta give Chelsea their props for that game.
Yeah.
Sheffield United 0, Brighton 5.
You know what? If this continues,
I try to watch this game.
If this continues, they're getting last place.
I try to watch this game.
They need to like stop it or something.
I try to watch this game, right? I was like, you know what? Let me finish what I'm doing, right? 10 minutes go by. It's 2-0 with a red card. I'm like, I missed the whole game. I'm not watching this. And I just changed the channel. I enacted my City rule on them. You know, if they're up by 2, I'll check in a few. If they're up by more, I'll just check the score.
Yep.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Sheffield, they didn't have a chance, man. They did not have a chance at all.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely didn't watch this because, yeah, it's bad enough you had a red. So.
I mean, if you want to watch a game, watch the first 10 minutes. That's the game. That's the whole game right there. I did see that challenge that Nottm took. That's sad. Literally that very
Nottm?
Yeah.
From Holgate?
For the red card.
Yeah, I didn't see the game. Was it that bad?
Yeah, it was like on his knee, like on his thigh. Sorry, not even.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can look it up right now while I do my monologue or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with Brighton, so far, let's look at the table right now, and we'll kind of look at where Brighton are and go through that. So right now, Brighton's in 7th, and they're right there. They're right there, 6 points away from Man United, 6th place. So far, their season's been pretty solid. Pretty solid, man. I'm telling you, if Man United and Spurs, they start lacking, Brighton's going to be right there.
Newcastle, too, but they're already starting to lack.
No, but Newcastle, they're doing a little bit. They're doing better than what we expected for them, especially with the amount of injuries they have.
Yeah.
I can't be angry with where they're at right now, and I don't think they can be angry with where they're at right now, considering they don't have Nick Pope, considering they had Isaac out for a little bit, considering they had Murphy out for a little bit. You know, like you can't get mad with that. That's what I said. That tackle was not,
bro.
It was unnecessary. It was so unnecessary.
Yo, that's crazy.
That's attempted murder.
Straight up, he could have.
He literally could have snapped his leg in half.
Yeah,
like femoral artery, all that, you know, like DMCA from like not allowed on YouTube type of stuff, you know.
Yo, that's crazy. Yo, you honestly more than 2 games, man. Let him out for a week.
That's
crazy.
Not football. That's not football right there. That is not football. But Brighton again, back to them. Back to the team that won. 5 against Sheffield. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. This is a result that I think people were expecting. Sorry. And there's not a lot to say about it. They just took care of business, and they never let Sheffield get in the game. And with a challenge like that, they shot themselves in the foot, and they didn't allow themselves to get in the game. Again, 6 points away from Man United and Spurs. Can they get in the top 6? With Man United being inconsistent, yeah. Spurs being a little complacent, maybe. But they're right there. They're performing well, and I don't think they're having a bad season at all.
Yeah, definitely in the talks too. And I think the last couple of games, like the next 3 games is going to be very important to them if they win, because they face Everton. If you can beat Everton, you can beat Nottingham.
Easy points.
If you beat Fulham, you know it's gonna put you, like, give you a nice point.
Forest and Brighton's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so we'll go on to the next game. Luton
and
1.
Wolves too. Wolves and Brighton.
That's gonna be a good game. Next game, Luton 1, Man United 2.
I didn't watch the game.
I watched this game.
Bottom 3 teams is just I always count out.
I gotta watch it because my brother, man. I like talking about Man United with my brother, so I watched the game.
No, that's valid.
I watched the game, even if they play against Luton. I'm watching that game.
That's why I watched Bayern Munich play. So
really,
yeah, they
you're
lost.
A good brother. You're a good brother.
Am I though? Yeah. They lost. I was flaming them.
You only watched it because he lost?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, all right, cool.
I'm a good brother. Though, you said it.
No, you are right. So shout out to Højlund. He got his 2 goals. I would say that even though Man United got the win, I don't think they would be very happy with the results. Obviously, they'll take the points and they won't complain about the points, but I don't think they're going to be happy about the results.
I don't know, because I get what you're saying with not being happy, but with the form that they did in the first half, just getting a win and being in that winning mentality and being in that winning result or train or band or, like, you know, how do I say it?
Frame of mind.
I think it's going to do them wonders, you know? Obviously, it's going to be a scrappy win. Yeah. It was 2-1. It wasn't,
and that's what good teams do. They get the scrappy wins at Luton.
They need, like, a consistency of wins, whether it's scrappy or good. to get the gears going. So I think this is going to be good for them. 100%.
Yeah, I do think that again they got the result, but I don't think they'd be happy with the game. They Bruno had a very very quiet game, and then shout out to Luton's goalie. I think he's Trafford. I think, if I'm remembering correctly. No, Kaminsky. Sorry, I'm very bad with goalies. Excuse me. Trafford. What team is Trafford?
You want me to look? I'll look up Trafford.
Yeah, but anyway, Kaminsky, he had a great game for Luton. It came up big a bunch of times, and I think that United they play with fire in this one, man. They play with fire with this one. If it was another team, if it was a Fulham, if it was I don't know if I would say Everton, but if it was one of those teams in the mid-table, this would definitely be a game where they would not come out with all the points. But shout out to Luton for being very, very competitive, for keeping pressure, and for playing with their chest out, without fear. They went out and they did their thing.
Burnley's the one with Trafford.
Burnley's the okay, yeah.
But because what were you talking about before this? You said
about Luton.
They came out and played. Honestly speaking, it's the last three teams in the last three teams. I don't rate the last three teams at all. They just the quality in the Premier League so high that I expected this to happen. This is why I don't watch it. That's why I didn't watch the Burnley game. That's why I didn't watch this game. It's just not there.
I watch Luton games because that's where the magic happens, man. Come on, that's where the magic happens. That's where the Cinderella moments happen. At Luton. A cold night at Luton on a Sunday on a Sunday morning or Sunday night,
Please.
That's where the magic happens, man.
That's in Stoke, but okay.
That's where the magic happens, man. Right? But anyway, Casemiro is just, I don't know what's up with him. He's been a little bit
off the rocker.
Past couple games. Maguire, same thing with him. Not really great. And then he got subbed out for Johnny Evans, and McTominay got in for Casemiro, and they held out Luton, but again, close one, closer than it had to be for sure. So we'll go on to the last game. This is the game that happened today. Everton won, Crystal Palace won.
So this game happened, and it was like towards our podcast, so I didn't watch it. I didn't get a chance to watch it. I was busy, but. Yeah, I didn't watch it.
I watched it. Pretty bad. All around, very, very mediocre. It looked like a game but actually, no, I can't even say it looked like Burnley versus Luton or in Sheffield.
That's crazy.
No, but only because at least they're gonna throw punches. A lot of this game was quiet. Pickford had like 30-something touches in the first half.
That's crazy. There's no need for that. He's not. Not Neuer.
And then Crystal Palace. What can I say? Same old with them. Just not creating chances. Only real chances they get are from set plays, except corners. And they just they did not. Good goal by Jordan Ayew. Good goal by him. Maybe goal of the week.
Maybe him or Nunez.
Him or Nunez. I'm picking Nunez. I haven't. It's been a while since I've seen the chip. So Nunez.
Yeah, since you've seen the chip in general, in my opinion.
Yeah, and he stood tall. Like it's not like he got on the ground. Like he stood tall. But very very good goal from him. But both teams were very very like not wanting to push forward, and whenever they did, it would just end up like nothing. Like the first half was very very mediocre. I can't even find another word for it. And Everton, they ended up putting a lot of pressure on Crystal Palace, and Crystal Palace, they go the other way and they score the goal from Jordan Ayew. And then after that, there were some moments where the ball was pinging around the box, and Onana got a goal from a corner, but there wasn't really a lot in that game in terms of excitement. Like it was a really, really quiet game, and there's not really much that I can say about it. Like it was.
I'm hearing you say and talk and give your analysis, whatever. And to be honest, that's what I expected. That's why I didn't watch it.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I made a promise that I would watch Palace games.
Yeah.
So I'm watching Palace again.
Just keeping up
But
on
I
your
expected more. But again, they didn't have Eze, they didn't have Olise. So what do we expect, right?
I don't even think Eze was playing.
I said they did not have Eze. They didn't.
Or
They did
Olise,
not.
both of them.
They're both injured.
I knew one was.
They're both injured. They're both injured. Also, so that takes care of that game. Also, they got rid of Roy Hodgson. We called it. We called it.
No, it was we, huh? I called it.
We called. No,
Yeah.
we did the same thing. You did the same thing with Steve Cooper.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. No, honestly, you could see the signs in the walls.
Yeah, and I said, yo, there was another guy before him who got fired for much less.
Yeah, you did. Yep, exactly.
I forgot who they got to replace him, but he was in the stands today. They were being coached by their assistant coach.
Yeah, I don't know who that is off the top of my head.
You can research it while but
I was looking at both of the goals, and I'm gonna go with Nunez too.
Yeah. I would say that for Crystal Palace, important points for them. They're at 15th place right now, I think. Everton, good point for them. They're now at 17th, which is outside the relegation zone. Same points as Luton, by the way. And they haven't even gotten their 10-point deduction yet.
They didn't? No, they did, no?
No, because it could be more.
That's tough. They're in 17th, yes.
It could be more.
But if you give them their 10 points, they're moving up to like 12th. It's just sad to see. It's crazy.
It's the game. It's the game.
Is it the game?
It's the game.
It's Bearcat, if you ask me.
It's the game. Anyway, back to Crystal Palace, right? So they get rid of
no, that's McCartney was the one that filled in for Hudson. Paddy McCarthy.
That's the one who assistant manager.
Yep.
No, but they got someone who was gonna manage them, who's gonna get Roy Hodgson's job.
Yeah, I think it's Paddy. Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Bro, what? No way.
He's a former player, so we'll see.
Anyway,
the writing was on the wall. I called it. You just like you said, the last guy, he didn't do so good too, and you could see the trend. And I think it is a good choice. You know what I mean? Start fresh.
I think that this sacking was a good sack.
Yes.
No pause. I do think that the Vieira one was not. I think that they
did him dirty. Yeah.
They did him a little dirty. I'm not gonna lie. They did him a little dirty. And I think that let's move on from the past with Crystal Palace. Moving on? What can we expect from Crystal Palace?
Honestly, there's not much you can expect. Obviously, with a new coach, other than the FA Cup, we don't know if they are. Maybe try to perform well there, but usually, I mean, what I would like to see is just some consistency with them. So I just have to literally sit and see a couple games and see what the coach wants, what the coach does, if he implements new tactics, how he's gonna adapt and evolve the club. So right now I'm just in a stage where I'm just sitting, waiting, and watching. I can't speak, but what I would want from them is a little more consistency, and not relying on two players to carry the team. Lise and Eze.
I would just like some more attacking creativity from the team.
Yeah.
Again, I don't think that they have that final third in them. It's without Eze and Olise. I don't think they have a final third in them. Obviously, they got Schlupp off the bench. They got
Edouard.
I think Edouard's injured, I think. Or they got Mateta up top. Ayew gives them a shift, always giving effort. But I want more attacking creativity with that team. I want people who can get the ball and not dribble with it. They're gonna take the ball and they're gonna look for to make positive forward plays. Like a lot of the game between Crystal Palace and Everton was the team passing the ball in the back line and trying to make something happen for Everton. For Crystal Palace, it was more dribble. Okay, they're cutting us off, pass back, recycle the ball, stuff like that. I just want to see more creativity from that team because, Ayew's not the fastest, but he can give you something. Maybe they can do some I don't even know. I don't even know with that team. Again, we're in the stage where we're just kind of waiting to see how things go and what he's expecting from the players. But I would love to see Crystal Palace go on a good run. But I can't see that right now.
Yeah, me either. It's like I said, you just have to see what he says and what he tries to adapt in the club. And I agree with you. I want to see some more team play instead of just relying on 2 or 3 individual players.
Is there anything that he can keep from Roy Hodgson's team that was like positive for Crystal Palace?
Like anything that Roy Hodgson implemented? That,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nah.
all right.
I just, Roy Hodgson, he's a great servant. He's been in the league for, a very long time, but there's a time and place and everyone has their, season. And I think he's past it.
I do think that
respectfully, of course.
Fair enough. I do think that they need to stop, but my thing about it is he's a coach for a certain type of team. I just want to see from that team them get a manager who's not they had that with Patrick Vieira. They need a manager who's going to try something different, who's going to try to not revolutionize, football is football.
Yeah.
But they're going to be a little bit different with their approach. I feel like they need that right now because if they took Vieira out in the middle of the season and then they go in and they do it again, what are you going to get? You want a different result for doing the same thing?
Yeah, I think they do need a fresher mindset, a fresher
maybe a Graham Potter. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just something different.
Yeah. So I definitely agree with you.
And they could have got Nagelsmann. Who's to say that he wanted the job?
He would have come.
Who's to say that he wants a job? But they need to be looking for those people who are trying to innovate the game because they're getting managers. No disrespect to Roy Hodgson. That is not where you want your club to trend towards. He's not a manager that's looking to play revolutionary modern football.
Yeah, and plus he already had a stint in your club,
Did he?
Yeah, he definitely coached from 2011, 2012, 21. Then he left, and then Patrick Vieira played guy, and they brought him back. But like he already had a stint, and you let him go. To bring him back, why? I didn't see a reason why. Maybe because he was cool with the fans, but you're in this for results. You're playing bad. I wouldn't even want to do that. You know what I mean? I understand that if Vieira left, I would have maybe kept him till the end of the season to hold him down, but I wouldn't keep him long term.
Not even to keep him to the end of the season to hold him down, just for the club's sake too. Like, imagine getting a new manager midway through the season. You ain't even let him finish his job. Like he didn't even get a chance to finish what he started.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I definitely agree. I don't know what they were doing there, but
that concludes match week 25 in the Premier League. We're going to go on to match week 26, and we're going to give our predictions for the games. We're going to give either a win, a loss, and we both have 2 ties that we can award to any games that we think. No more than 2 ties because we can just say the whole list are ties, but it keeps it interesting. So match week 26, Liverpool versus Luton. I got Liverpool in this one.
Luton, of course, Liverpool. That's no-brainer.
All right. Wow, the Chelsea and Tottenham game just got postponed. All right, so Crystal Palace and Burnley.
Crystal Palace. Ooh.
You gonna use the tie tokens?
I think I might. Yeah, one
For
of them.
real?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say tie. Actually, maybe because when they get a new manager, players sometimes they feel rejuvenated. So
yeah.
Maybe I'll go Crystal Palace with that one. Villa and Forest.
Honestly speaking, I might have to use my second token and that's it. Because if Nottm and Forest plays anything like they did last week, Aston Villa got a surprise for them. So I'm going to use draw.
All right.
I think this is going to be a real good game. I'm going to watch this game.
Oh, for sure. Sure. This is going to be a very, very good game. I'm going to pick... I'm going to pick Villa.
Villa?
Yeah. Actually... Let me. I need to look at Villa real quick. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna.
No Diego Carlos. No Camara.
I need to look at their last few matches, just so I can.
Like who they faced or the results?
Both of those.
They got a last 5 was a win, loss.
I don't know,
win,
man.
Loss,
this is looking like
draw.
This is not looking too good. I'm picking Forest. I'm definitely picking.
You got
Forest.
a tie token, just to let you know.
No, I know how many tie tokens I got. I'm picking Forest for that one.
All right.
I got to. my mind is just telling me, hey, man, pick Forest.
Forest, yeah.
Man United versus Fulham.
Draw.
I
already used my two. Yeah, I'm not.
No, you used 2 already?
I already used my
Oh, you
two,
did
yeah,
on
top
Palace
two.
and Burnley?
Damn. You know what? I'm gonna go Man City. I mean Man United. Man United. Sorry, apologies. I'm gonna go Man United because of the win form lately.
All right, I will be going Actually, no, I'm going Fulham because I was not very happy with the way that they played against Luton. So, I'm gonna say Fulham.
The only reason why is because the last 5 they only won 1 game. Fulham. And
Man United seems like a team to me. They seem like a team that you can get one over and start a win streak from.
All right.
Brighton and Everton. Who you got?
I'm going Brighton.
If Everton can't play bad, they cannot play the same as they played this week. I'm going Brighton. Bournemouth versus Man City. I'm going City. Say Bournemouth. I dare you. Say Bournemouth. Say Bournemouth. I dare you.
Wish you can cash in the token of next week and use it this week. I'm gonna go Bournemouth, actually, believe it or not.
You sicken me.
Bournemouth. Honestly, I think
sicken me.
Yeah, I think so. I think that attack will shark Man City.
Nah, you sick. You are sick. All right.
I'm going Bournemouth.
Arsenal and Newcastle.
This is gonna be a good game, but
Arsenal, man.
yeah, someone
Arsenal.
call an ambulance.
They've been
but not for me. Arsenal's gonna destroy them.
You sicken me.
I think it's gonna be 3-0. It's gonna be a destroy.
It better be 3-0. If it's not, there will be problems.
Yeah, you're right. 3-0.
Wolves versus Sheffield.
Wolves all the way.
Wolves. West Ham versus Brentford. Battle of the mid.
Damn, that's a good one. I don't know. Who do you got? It's actually.
Give me 1 second.
I'm gonna go Brentford because I know Evan Turner is gonna score because that's a trend. That's the only trend I can count on with these two teams. So based on that only trend that I have, I'm going Brentford.
Bro, I'm going West Ham.
Yeah, I'm going Brentford.
I'm going West Ham. There's no way they play that bad 2 weeks in a row. No way. No way.
I think they're capable of it. I honestly do. I think they're capable of it.
All right, and that concludes our Premier League coverage.
Section, yeah.
Champions League now.
Yes, Champions League.
What game did you watch?
So
first off, I got to. Why are you only watching one game?
I was work. That's why I couldn't.
Okay.
If I was home, I had my
then
subscription.
respect.
Yeah.
Respect. Which game did you watch?
Okay, so the only games I watched was them, of course.
Real Madrid?
Of course.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
And all right, so I watched that game and I was actually really pleased because Brahim Diaz scored a beautiful goal. If I were going to do a goal of the week and I can count that, Brahim Diaz was my goal of the week. Beautiful. Came from the right, cutting left. Chef's kiss. But honestly, I was surprised and I was like happy because we didn't have any of our star players. We're basically playing B teams, you know. Truemendy was playing. Carvajal, okay game. Truemendy, fantastic. Nacho, whatever. Brahim Diaz had an amazing game. And we're able to get a result, you know, with these B teams.
I thought Camavinga played okay too.
No, he did play good. But with these B teams, and we're getting a win, and my players are going to be coming back soon, it's just looking up and up. You know what I mean?
I mean, you had Vinny out there. You had Rodrigo out there.
But we're also missing Jude Bellingham. You know? We're also missing Alaba, Rudiger.
Yeah, but you didn't. It's not like you guys were like.
We're missing a lot of players.
You guys are wounded. Yeah, it's not like it's not like
this is a grade 2 threat.
No.
Out of 1 to 3, this is grade 2.
There's not like it's not like you can't see Real Madrid. You can still see a Real Madrid squad. It's just you guys are wounded right now.
You can see a squad. You can see a squad in that game. That's crazy. That's not the Madrid I was thinking about. Did
you think that Leipzig got robbed when they got?
No, I did not. No, I did not think they got robbed. I think that was offsides. That's anyone that didn't see that is just being.
I didn't
biased.
see it. I didn't see it initially.
He was behind the
keeper. Yeah,
and if you looked closely, he did give a little nudge.
Yeah, when I watched it again, and my brother was like, "Yeah, you don't." Oh, I thought initially like, "Hey, they had gotten robbed. But my brother's like, oh, go watch the replay again. And I was like, yeah.
It was a clear push. It was a clear push. But I was just happy to see it because, like I said, when you're not playing with Bellingham, you're not playing with your defense. Because my main concern wasn't even Bellingham, was the defense part of it. And you was able to win and get a result against them.
Leipzig was giving you guys problems at the beginning.
It was.
They looked like they had control of the game. You guys were not playing like Real Madrid.
Yeah, no, 100%.
You guys were playing. They were playing like how you guys are.
Okay, all right.
No, I'm being honest.
Calm down. They were playing amazing football.
Yeah.
I even think, what was his name? I think it was Openda. It was either Openda or Sakio or whatever. I can't pronounce the name. One of the strikers, number 30, actually could have scored. Sesko could have. It was Sesko. Yeah, I think he could have scored like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So the mere fact he didn't and we did shows that you had to be clinical in these types of situations.
And they really needed that. Well, Real Madrid, they're gonna enjoy that result because Leipzig, they would have loved to go to the Bernabeu with a win.
Yep.
And make Real Madrid chase the whole game, but now Real Madrid can just play their game.
And also, shout out to Luton. I think he had an amazing game that game. Our goalkeeper, he played really amazing. Like, obviously, Courtois is a miss, but he was playing good. Like, I could trust him. You know what I mean? He did some really good.
Good for you. Good for you.
But yeah,
if you quiet game from Vinny too.
Yeah, and Rodri kind of quiet. Not more except
Yeah.
But yeah, this was the game that I watched. I was very pleased to watching. And unfortunately, I did not get to watch PSG or Lazio game.
Man.
And what I want to say is with Bayern, I know it's a theme here, but that coach got to go. I'm sorry. No, this one I'm dead on. Like I'm being so serious. Like not that I wasn't serious.
This time we gonna shoot after putting the crosshair on.
Yeah.
Nah,
Tuchel is not the coach. They have just lost, I think, yesterday or 2 days ago in the Bundesliga. People are trolling saying the Spurs coach, obviously, Kane, whatever, and Dyer. But on some real stuff, Tuchel got to go. He's not the man for the job. And the sooner they can get him out, I think the better. You know what I mean? So you could prepare for next season, 100%. It's sad because I'm already counting it as the season a loss.
The game, bro. The round's not over for them though, because they still got to go to the Allianz Arena and.
Yeah, I mean that's valid. Yeah, they do play better at home. I give you that. It's different than playing
because
in the crowd.
Honestly, when they got conceded and then they got the red card, they just kind of sat in a block and kind of were trying to damage control and just make sure like, okay, we're down 1. Let's just make sure we get home at a decent score. And they did that. That's it.
That's not a decent score. This is Lazio. This and Bayern. If you were to look at the squad, everyone was expecting.
Do you think it's not possible for them to put 4 behind them?
Lazio to score 4 behind.
Do you not think it's possible for Bayern to put 4 behind them?
The way they've been playing lately, yes, I think it's impossible. Honestly, if I was Bayern Munich, I'm giving Tuchel until Champions League. Like, he better wow me in Champions League because my mindset is already in Mount.
Oh no, he has no choice but to wow because he's down 1.
Exactly. And no, but I'm talking about in general, like his performance lately. He better wow me in Champions League. If not, I want him out. So if he doesn't wow me this season and they get out, let's say in the semis and it was against Real Madrid 1-0, I'd still want him out. Like, you know what I mean? Like he has to wow me to stay because his last few results and performance has just been so poor. I want him out. If I was Bayern Munich. I didn't watch the PSG game against Sociedad. Did you watch that one?
Yeah, I did watch it. Again, Real Sociedad looked like the better team in the first half, but PSG, they got Mbappé. That's all that
was. Yeah.
And then once they scored, and then I think Barcola scored the second, I was like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this right now.
Still PSG, kind of on a different topic. I heard you went to the board and say you want out. What's your thoughts?
I thought we wasn't talking about this.
Want to hear your thoughts?
My thoughts about this?
Yeah.
Finally, about goddamn time. Yeah, we knew, but you didn't. You could. Everybody knew, but you didn't want to say it. It's fine. You stayed there for the money.
It's fine.
Now it's time to get to the meat and potatoes. You know. But just don't. You didn't have to. You didn't have to play like, oh, I'm a lifer at PSG.
Yeah.
Come on, like, just be honest.
So, like, now my next question is, I'm going to give you my reaction. I'm going to tell you my next question. But my reaction is, it's about damn time. Come to us, man. We're waiting for you. You know? We're literally waiting for you. I don't know how you and Vinny going to work out number 7, but we're here for you. And my question to you is, PSG, you think that's going to be a detriment to them, or you actually think it's going to be a good thing? Because
Bruh, I heard reports that they want to put Gonzalo Ramos up top and bring in Rashford to play off the left. Or bring in the Mudryk to play off that side.
I have no comment.
No comment?
I have no comment.
Come on,
I mustn't speak.
You have no opinion about that?
Big throw.
You don't have no opinion about that?
They're going to buy Rashford, Mudryk. First off, how much are they going to pay for Mudryk?
Obviously, they got to pay at least 100.
That's crazy.
Obviously, I'm just saying. But what do you think about Rashford or Mudryk or any of those things? And also, does this? I'll let you
finish. Yeah, I don't see. Maybe I see a Mudryk. I don't see Rashford going. Honestly speaking, I don't think
similar. Not as great as Kylian. Not even close.
Yeah,
but he has kind of like speedster.
Yeah, no, but I was thinking more.
Shot.
I don't want to say he's a one club man, but I think he loves the club, and I don't think he would go down to PSG's level.
Who?
Rashford.
Go down to where do you think Man United is right now?
Yeah, see,
where do you think Man United is right now?
I don't know, man. I really don't know. Honestly speaking, I really don't know.
No, tell me. Like, take some time, compartmentalize that, and I'll,
compartmentalize as well. Yeah, all right.
Yeah. So think about that.
Yeah.
But I'll while you're doing that, right? So obviously that means that PSG is not going to be the same. Nothing's about to be the same for them. Like, their team is going to have to either restructure or they're going to have to spend that Mbappé money on. Wait, is it? He's not getting sold. He's just moving at the end of a contract, I think.
Yeah.
So they're not even getting
they're
money.
They're not getting money. Yeah,
exactly. So they're not even getting money.
Yeah, pretty much.
So again, if they bring in Rashford, if they bring in a Mudryk, cool.
So I thought about it. I think I would rather take Mudryk than Rashford.
Really?
Yeah. I think I would take Mudryk.
Even though Rashford is literally in his prime and he's been a 20 goals per game scorer. 20 goals per season scorer.
Yeah. I think
in the Premier League.
I think if we look at the coach, which was the ex-Barca guy.
Enrique Luis.
Yeah, exactly. I think Mudryk fits more him style than Rashford. You
think so?
Yeah, I think Rashford's too direct, I guess you can say.
Yeah, but he got that not as great as Mbappe, but
yeah, similar.
His chart is very similar to Mbappe's, but Mbappe is more speed, more finishing.
I think what's gonna end up happening is probably Dembélé is gonna take that Mbappe role. That
was my second question. Do you think that Dembélé has another gear that he can reach?
He better not stress that clutch, because once that thing's out, he's gonna be injured for another 2 months.
But that's what I'm. That's
he definitely has the capability.
That's immediately what I thought. Like, hey, does Dembélé have another gear? Because if you look at him, do you think he can get to a Thierry Henry type of level?
The potential's what. The sad thing is that he always had the potential. The only thing that's stopping him is his fitness and his health. He had always been the potential to be one of the greatest, maybe not better than, I'll even say it, Neymar. He had that potential. That Borussia Dortmund season was amazing. His first, couple of years at Barcelona was amazing. It was just injury that's holding him back. So I have no doubt that he can reach that level. It's just fitness-wise that's going to kill him.
Yeah, that's
killing his career, basically.
If he can do that, that would make PSG's job in terms of replacing him
a lot easier.
So much exponentially easier.
Yep. And I think this is going to be a good move for for PSG, because PSG really, like, when you have a good name of Mbappe, like, you're gonna have to try to please him, so to speak. Like, if I'm who's a midfielder there? Like, if I'm Ugarte, and I see Dembele on the right, and I see whoever on the left, and I see Mbappe. I'm giving it Mbappe. You know what I mean? So with him gone, it'll be more fluid and balanced in my opinion. You know what I mean? So I think this move will be overall
more
great.
egalitarian.
Exactly. I think this move will be great overall with PSG. I just who they get is who they get, but I think overall, I think this is a good decision for him.
Yeah, I do think that after seeing Leipzig's game against Real Madrid, Xavi Simons coming back to that team is going to help as well. He's growing he's doing very well.
That was another name in soccer that I'm really proud of.
Yeah, I don't know if he's sold to Leipzig or I'm pretty sure he's loaned. When he comes back, they'll have something like that. They're not left ass out. There's still great pieces to that team. The goalie's pretty good, tall, has the physicals. It's not like they're left completely ass out. They still got a great bench. It's just about finding that replacement, which can be very difficult.
I also want to talk about Copenhagen Man City because just a quick.
What is there to talk about?
No, just a quick point because Man City won. But it wasn't in convincing fashion.
They took care of business, man.
Did you watch the game?
Yeah.
I don't think so because
it took care of business. I
don't know because it was 2-2. By half it was 2-1.
2-2.
No, I'm saying it was 1-1. By the end of the first half it was 2-1, and they didn't really score until the 90th minute.
They ain't have to, bro. They just took care of business.
It's not convincing, man.
Like you said, how Luton was not convincing to me. Luton versus United wasn't convincing to me. It's not convincing to you, but like you said, teams they take out the trash, quote unquote. They just do their business.
This is I see what you're saying, but the only difference I think in this is knockout stages. You know what I mean? You can't afford to mess up or slip up. I wouldn't want to play comfortable like that. You know what I mean?
Okay, true.
But, I'm still giving the benefit out of the reigning champs. Don't get me wrong, 100%. But I just wanted to make the point that it wasn't convincing in my opinion.
All right,
this is Champions League.
Next game is at Etihad. Do you think Copenhagen can?
No, but
all right then.
No, that's why I said I still give my thing. But it's the Champions League. Anything can happen, Anything can happen. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, so that takes care of the round one, the first half of round one. There's also 4 other games that are happening today, and the day after. PSV and Dortmund, Inter and Atletico Madrid,
good game.
Porto and Arsenal, and Napoli and Barcelona. Tell me about. You got anything to say about these games?
So. Key games that I'm looking out for is Inter, Atletico, and then Napoli, Barca. Maybe Porto, Arsenal, but I still give it Arsenal. I'm going with so first and foremost, PSV Dortmund. I'm going with Dortmund all the way. Atletico Madrid, Inter. I don't know.
No. We don't do that on this.
We don't
podcast.
do draws.
We don't do that on this podcast.
We don't go draws.
We do not do that.
I know that's valid.
We don't do that at High Glucose FC.
All right, valid. I'm gonna go with Atletico.
And why is that?
Actually, no, I'm gonna go Inter because.
And why is that?
I think systematically and team wise, I think they're a better all around team than Atletico Madrid. Not saying Atletico Madrid is not a good team. They do play defensively together beautifully, but just as a unit, defensively and attackingly, I think Inter got it 100%. Thuram, I think his name is Thuram, the striker, Lilian Thuram, I think. Thuram, it's just been amazing for him. He's that guy for them, and I think he's going to really show that game.
I don't know any of these teams other than Arsenal's game.
You don't know even the Barca?
I don't know any of these teams' games.
Well, let me finish, I guess. I'm going Arsenal, but Porto, I think Arsenal's going to win. I think Napoli and Barcelona, I think that's going to be close, but I'm going to give it Napoli.
Now, when I say I don't know their games, it means I'm not familiar with the way they play. Literally, Porto can be a team where they give you craziness, or they're the team where they just lie down. I don't know which one to pick for that game.
Got broaden your palate, cuz.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about watching more Serie A.
Sarah, what about Liga
Yeah.
Nos?
About what?
You heard me, Liga
What-
Nos.
Why do you see that's propaganda again? Stop with the propaganda, man. Like I'm not trying to watch Liga Portuguesa. I'm not trying to do that.
Propaganda's crazy.
I'm not trying to
Propaganda's
do that.
crazy. All right.
Who watches the Liga Portuguesa?
I do.
Of course you do.
I do. of
Who
course.
else?
Your pops does.
How you know that? How you know
He's
my
a
pops?
Portista.
How you? PSV and Dortmund. I'm going Dortmund.
All right.
Inter and Atletico Madrid. I'm going Inter
Why?
because their attack is more solidified than Atletico Madrid to me. I'm picking Inter again. I like their attack better than Atletico Madrid. Porto and Arsenal. I'm going Arsenal because they're just freaking crazy right now. They're just firing on all cylinders. Not even like a gunner. You know, they are literally shooting anything that moves right now. Napoli and Barcelona. I'm going Barcelona, man.
Okay.
I'm going Barcelona. I'm
All
going
right.
Barcelona on that
It's
one.
pretty valid.
But it is at Naples, so it could be any. You can go anyway. I'm gonna say close game, Barcelona.
Yeah, I think I take that take too, but I'm gonna go close game Napoli.
Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about the Champions League?
No, nope.
All right, so let's talk about the follow-up matches to the first half of the. Right, so it's gonna be Bayern and Lazio. Bayern are home.
Okay.
What are your thoughts about that game?
I think it's gonna be really interesting, and this is gonna be the deciding point in Tuchel's
Y-
career.
You said there's no possibility that they can dominate and put 3 or 4 past Lazio. Do you still believe that?
No. That Lazio won't put 3 or 4 past Bayern.
No, that's what I said. Do you think Bayern can put 3 or 4 past Lazio? That's what I put. what I said.
At this point, no. I don't think they can.
No,
This is going to be the deciding point of Tuchel's career.
Oh, you have little faith.
I'm sorry. Just the defense has been
All right.
cut a coco.
Real Sociedad and PSG. Real Sociedad are home. Do you think that I think they can get a result. I think they can get a 2. I think they can bring it to overtime.
I see an overtime possible.
Potentially penalties.
Yes, I agree. I think penalties. I can see it, but I'm going to give it a PSG 65-45.
Real Madrid and Leipzig. I think that
Madrid's going to carry because I think by the time this game happens, I think we're going to have key players back. Not even like Bellingham, including I think Rudiger's coming back. I think
Rudiger's coming back.
I believe so. Yeah,
Really?
I think a lot of these players are going to come back from
It's
injury.
been a while since he's been on the pitch.
Yeah, no, because he didn't get ACL. It was I think you're thinking of Alaba.
What was the injury Rudiger was out for?
I think it was like some knee thing.
Bro,
I'll check.
you don't play with the knee. Come on.
Nah,
Come on.
I think no, we're gonna have a lot of key players back. So we're thrashing.
All right. I mean, I can see a world where Leipzig gets 2-0.
Yeah, in a distant reality.
But again, very, very tough for them. And they're going to have to work rate is going to have to go through the roof for that game.
Oh yeah, 100%, and not get counted. Yeah,
Like they
Yeah.
are going to have to cramp on the field type of thing. There will be a lot of cramping on that field towards the end if it's a close game. City versus Copenhagen.
City Copenhagen. I think City's gonna take it.
Yeah, there's nothing much to say about that. And that concludes the Champions League. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Nope.
So that's
Ederman. All right, ready? Tibor Courtois comes back May 1st, but Militao comes back March 13th.
May 1st is kind of far, and you might as well shut him down for the whole season at that point.
Not against the team. No, I mean, I see what you're saying, but for a game like this, I'd throw him in 70 minute plus just to see how he does. Fresh and legs, you know what I mean?
Nigga, May 1st?
No, I'm talking not for May 1st. I'm talking about Editao.
Oh, Militao?
Yeah, March.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure, because that's literally 2 weeks.
Yeah, but for Courtois, yeah, definitely don't.
Yeah, shut him down for the whole season.
Yeah, for sure.
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
No.
Any other propaganda you want to spread? No?
I mean,
Any Real Madrid propaganda you want to spread? Any not Porto, Benfica propaganda? Any Arsenal propaganda? Any of that?
I haven't told any Arsenal.
We already said that.
No, we didn't. You actually cut that out
No.
because of proper damn. Remember?
You think I edit these?
No, I'm saying like we cut it out as in you started over. We're not gonna add that. We didn't.
You say we like we're the ones who edit it.
All right. Well, our producer or whatever. But
What's his name?
you tell me. You're the one that pays him.
I pay him.
You don't be paying him.
I pay him.
That's crazy. I'm sorry,
I pay
whoever you are. I'm sure I know you're getting paid, but I don't know by who. Apparently not by him. I'll call you after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything? That's it.
Portuguese is the top 5 league.
Liga Portuguesa is not a top 5 league.
It is top 5.
It's not a 5.
It's a correct league.
Leave us a comment if you think Liga Portuguesa is a top 5 league, and if you don't think Liga Portuguesa is a top 5 league, leave 3 other leagues that are above them that are not the Premier League.
And when you do, I want you to think about how each of the team, like if you say like let's say Ajax, okay, valid take. I want you to see how they performed in the last 3 years in Champions League, or 4 years, or 5 years. They're the Netherlands team, how they performed in Champions League compared to the Portuguese team leagues, how they performed in Champions League. And then I'll even include Europa League as well. And then you let me know in the comments below. And you're going to tell me if Portuguese is not a top 5 league.
Always remember, if you like this video, leave a like. Follow our socials at the Pocket Dimension Sports. Pocket Dimension Sports, right? Yep. The Pocket Dimension Sports, or just Pocket Dimension? The Pocket Dimension Sports.
So.
And we'll see you next time.
Deuce.